As the Taliban reclaim the water in Afghanistan, security experts around the world warned that the country could again become a hotbed of terrorist training and indoctrination. The Taliban has promised that it will never allow its territory to be used by foreign terror organizations as it had for Al-Qaeda ahead of the 9/11 attacks. But many in Afghanistan and West have reacted with skepticism. They are warning that the Taliban rule in Afghanistan is radically reshaping terrorist groups in South Asia and around the world. A report.
The Taliban hoisted a giant flag of their movement near the Afghan capital around 8 months after their return to power. Several hundred Taliban, many armed, attended the ceremony presided over by Deputy Prime Minister Abdul Salam Hanafi near the mostly deserted diplomatic enclave in Kabul. Some of those in attendance showed their joy by touching or grabbing the flag before it was raised. It is all happening at a time when the international community is concerned over the threat of terrorism that has emerged in the country since the takeover. Intelligence agencies worldwide are warning that Taliban rule in Afghanistan is radically reshaping terrorist and militant groups in South Asia and around the world. Despite Taliban promises to sever ties with Al-Qaeda and oppose terror groups such as the Islamic State's Afghan affiliate as codified in the 2020 Doha Agreement with the United States, there has been scant evidence of progress.
There is a possibility, and we've seen signs of that according to this media report, that they're recruiting the orphans of the security forces of Afghanistan who fought against them and who lost their lives. Now they've left orphans behind. So they're recruiting them, trying to turn them into suicides. Now, given all of this, I can see that within the next few years, Afghanistan will turn into a breeding ground of terror.
Recently, a UNSC report revealed that Al-Qaeda retains a presence in Afghanistan in the provinces of Ghazni, Helmand, Kandahar, Nimruz, Paktika and Zabul, where the group fought alongside the Taliban against the ousted government. The report also claimed that slain Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden's son visited Afghanistan last year. It further revealed that Amin Muhammadul Haq Sam Khan, who coordinated security for bin Laden, returned to his home in Afghanistan in late August last year. The Taliban government rejected the report, but it is very difficult for Taliban rulers to deny another claim of UN report that Islamic State Khorasan is taking advantage of the turmoil in the country. According to the report, Islamic State Khorasan or ISIS-K is recruiting fighters from the Eastern Turkestan Islamic Movement and the Turkestan Islamic Party, among other foreign terrorist groups. It aims to position itself as the chief rejectionist force in Afghanistan and to expand into neighboring Central and South Asian countries. Terrorism now is posing a serious threat to Afghanistan. Therefore, many world leaders and security experts believe that the forces which helped Taliban in regaining power should be held accountable. Pakistan is now in the hot seat for providing a haven for terrorists, and many Afghans have been demanding action against Islamabad since the day Taliban took over Kabul.
Pakistan should be sanctioned. I have been vocal about that, but unfortunately, I do not see that happening. President Biden has mentioned on several occasions that Pakistan is much more important to the US than Afghanistan ever would be. Pakistan is, of course, always touting its status as a nuclear power. It has the 6th largest army in the world. It's a country of over 200 million people. So, even if it's not sanctioned, it has to be held accountable. I mean, over the past 2 decades, there was a Congress commissioned a bipartisan Afghanistan group that, all these recommendations to the U.S. Congress and to, the U.S. government. And throughout all those reports, they made the recommendation that you have to address the Pakistan problem.
The UN member states are concerned that if Afghanistan descends into further chaos, some Afghan and foreign violent extremists may shift allegiances to Islamic State. The conflict landscape of Afghanistan is diverse and multifaceted, characterized by rivalries between jihadist groups and competition for recruits. The impacts go beyond the borders of Afghanistan. The events in Afghanistan, therefore, continue to demand great attention.